Welcome to the Amazon Web Services SysOps Admin Series. My name is Jeremy Chara. I'll be the instructor hanging out with you throughout this series as we master Amazon Web Services from a system operations perspective. So what I'm going to do in this opening nugget is to walk you through what to expect in this series and the mindset you should have to get the most from this series. If you haven't noticed lately in the IT landscape, things are getting a wee bit cloudy. The cloud is upon us. Brief history and evolution of IT. Essentially, just 10, 15 years ago, the main thing that people were doing is running all their IT services in-house. You would have your company here with your email server, your file server, your application server, your database server, etc., etc., etc. That would be sitting inside of the corporate office on whatever location you are. You have your internet connection in, and that's how people worked. Well, eventually, even 10, 15 years ago, that's an angry employee, 10, 15 years ago, people started getting a little nervous about this because the more you grow, you get all these centers that start getting their WAN links to you or using VPN connectivity to the corporate office. This became a major hub of the system. And if this system ever went down, meaning maybe there's a major power grid failure in the area or the internet connection went down, it was like, that's, that could cost our company thousands, millions of dollars in losses. So people started saying, well, let's move into data centers. And they would either build their own data center or they would co-locate in somebody else's data center and bring all their equipment in there and their firewall and their switches and build out this giant infrastructure that we now know as the common data center. Well, obviously hugely cost prohibitive to do that, because not only do you have to buy and maintain a ton of equipment, but you have to have the staff that maintains it and all that kind of stuff. And that leads us to where we are today. Amazon Web Services, probably a little more than a decade ago, stepped onto the landscape with this idea. They had built this worldwide infrastructure before for essentially Amazon.com, right? That has, what don't you buy from Amazon.com anymore? It's just so easy to do. So you get this worldwide enterprise that Amazon has built, and they start saying, you know what? We have learned tons in building this giant things, and we think that we can actually make the data center available to the masses in a very unique way. Thus the claim to Amazon's fame is the ability to say, you know what, you can come in and use some of our data center with a zero commit. Now, and that's what I want to emphasize. Amazon was not first to the game with this whole new idea of like, hey, we'll let you borrow our server. Right? I mean, people were doing that all over the place, and Colo and all kinds of different web providers leasing out servers in data center space. That's old news. Essentially, Amazon came in and said, you know what? We'll let you use our server